Go. Haha. Yeah, let me get my shirt on here. Alright, alright. Oh, look at this shit. Look at this. Bro, you cannot fucking tell me this is on. This is not cool. Alright, so the whole point of this live stream is to, I guess we should, let me change the bar size to 100? Yeah, there we go, 100. Alright, the year is like 404. So, alright. I made this, by the way, if anyone's wondering. I made like literally all of this, so yeah, I am good. I'm so happy, bro. Live streaming on my phone, bro. Hell yeah. Let's go. You can't say otherwise, man. It's so cool. They're not gonna be watching the live stream. I guess we can speed up time. We got some smaller islands. We have a new kingdom that was founded at the beginning of the year 400. So yeah. Honestly, is anyone actually gonna? Hey. Damn. I guess I'll have to wait a little more. Actually, see. How do I even communicate? How am I supposed to communicate actually? I don't have anyone. I have no idea if anyone's be like online and be like, "Hey, Dark Wizard Clash is doing a live stream. Let's go check it out." And they're all like, "Woohoo!" This is the first time they're actually gonna see me. Actually, I think it was a couple months, a year ago. What the fuck? Yeah, so I'm kind of sorry that that's kind of boring. Cause I mean, without people being here, it's kind of boring. I mean, Roblox is kind of boring. Ah, I did cut down the population like half, so that's why there's not as many people. Switch accounts. Whoa! That's scared me. Fucking thunder. You guys should show beautiful. Bro, how's nobody on? How's nobody to be like, yeah, let's go check out Dark Treasure Classroom. Okay, okay. I should rename this probably to like a much better one into existence. No. I hate that I have to like hang. Oh, god damn it. Goddamn Roblox on the fucking tablet. Kinda sucks ass. So fire back. Oh yeah, I guess save. We're at the year 400, so this is the what era was this? That we named it? The Alliance era. Let's see, I'll tell you. I'll show you the alliances. There you go. So after many empires collapsed under pressure and economics, and the amount of casualties that were brought on during the First World War in the year 300 or something, 330 or so, 333. After those, the era was known as the Post. Yeah. And a lot of empires sort of collapsed, some of them didn't, so it kind of became a different form under a new renaissance or a new era, as well as a new change in government. And during the mid to late 300s, many kingdoms that were separated from their occupiers created alliances to keep them safe from, to keep themselves safe from the dangers of the empires that once ruled them during the colonialism period between the years 200 to 300. Actually, no, the year between 100 to 200 was the colonial period. So 100 or some years period of colonialism. Okay, I'm gonna see if anyone else could be. We got one person. Yo, let's go. We got one person watching. I don't know who it is. Should I keep the body cam, or should I keep this cam? I don't know. Turn off. Oh yeah, I'm gonna switch to kingdoms again. There are currently like 72 different kingdoms, but some of them are occupied. So like there's only like 50. So like around like 50 kingdoms at best, which have no idea if that's weird. In the most populated village is fucking Gary. What the hell? I thought like before it wasn't so I guess the big population boom definitely gave them a rise for their money. Let's see here. Populated kingdom. I could also skip. I could also go back in time because I do have saves, so we can go back to more. So like we could go back to when there were like the big empires, the big commonwealths and shit. Before everything went to shit. Alliances, yeah. During this time, there's two big ass alliances. Like two big ass alliances. So you definitely see the biggest. You see the two big alliances, which are the as our for this alliance. Basically, these are the big ass ones. Kind of like. What would you say? How would you say it is like of modern times to compare it? Would it be bricks? Natives? Would it be that? Yeah. But yeah, during this time, this was a while before World War I ever happened. Because we're in the year 302, not 330. So we have a long period to go for. Oh yeah, there's also, hang on, what is this? What alliance are you? Hang on, let me see here. Uzarkan Alliance. Oh yeah, you're part of that. The alliance that stood for a very long ass time. Because they were created at the same period as these two were. Also, why the hell it's nighttime? Go back to the definitely tell them how big these motherfuckers are. Because the world right here is Titanic, so all these kingdoms and shit have plenty of space for having big ass empires. Like fucking big ass shit. The biggest kingdom, I think. Hang on, what? Yeah. Sorted by land area. The Roman Empire is definitely the biggest motherfucker we got. Basically, how should I compare this? I guess in this universe, it would be comparable as to the Mongolian Empire in our universe. In this universe, it would be the Roman Empire, but in our universe, it would be the Mongolian Empire to be the largest. Actually, no, would it be either the British or the Mongolians? think it's either those two that would be the biggest in our universe. I don't know, and then, but then again, we still got hundreds of years to go before we reach to the year 2000. So maybe they're between the year 400 and 2000, we might get bigger empires that might conquer way more land compared to what it is right now in the universe. So yes, the Roman Empire may be bigger in this era, but if we travel back to the year 400 again, and we wait, and we manipulate the kingdoms in our own ways to have events that would not normally happen if the AI was left to its own devices and it decided its own fate without having the power of the user control everything, which I'm doing because how else would these kingdoms form without my help? So yeah, I did label each world as a piece. We do have the pre-colonialism before shit went down. Oh, we got great people watching. Well, that's amazing. Now, my first thought when I was doing this live stream was like, hey, people could come on and like declare what kingdom they want to be in, and they can manipulate the kingdom to do of whatever like saying they want to do. That's my first thought. But I realized, would it be more entertaining to watch me manipulate the kingdoms during the whole 400s, or or you guys declare the you guys predict the future of what these kingdoms might become in the future? Because we got like 2 republics. Actually, no, we got 3 republics because I forgot the Romans. Also, the crazy part is, this shit. Oh yeah, we also got 4 republics out. Maybe republics. Who's here? Got a lot of countries. Here's what happens. I guess I can speak to that. I guess what happens when you have too many empires and then you got kingdoms spread out. Also, unlike our universe, this universe has kingdoms that we never really had. Like, for example, fucking like Bosnia, I think. Like, some countries I did check if there was an empire variant of that country. Like, if we go back before that country was named, the country was. Some countries don't have an empire because, well, they were formed after said empire collapsed. So technically, I had to improvise when making these kingdoms and empires, because then, well, it would kind of be confusing of why fucking Romania is right next to fucking Ukraine. Like, what is this jumble of countries? Like, bro, it would not make any sense. Like, the empire would have to travel overseas to conquer that, and so the empire would look like a jumble of messes. Because in this universe, the world is so different that even the fucking landscape from oh, this is not real life. This is the type of shit ain't seen for fantasy. So it makes sense why these empires have such weird borders, and why they do the land and they occupy is way different compared to how they would occupy in our universe. Like, Like you can see with the Roman Empire and shit. Like the way like the countries they were occupying is like Mongolia, Hungary, and shit. And I had to also improvise and shit with other countries like the Polish, Lithuanians. So some things kind of look like the same exact thing as our universe, but it's different still. Like, there's a lot of things that are different. I mean, shit. But another reason why I did this live stream was sort of to have you guys manipulate the future to tell me what, can I use my tablet? Can the comment section actually appear on my screen? Here, let me see here. Hey, let me shut out. Hey, let me turn up. Here, let me block the noise. Um. Oh. Okay. Oh, hey, Connor. Hey, Cobe Fisher. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Okay, now I can see your guys. Now I can see your guys' saying. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm using my tablet. So yeah, that's the saying. So since I can't see you guys on my phone, I have to like go on my tablet and actually see my saying. So yeah. Violently tap on the Gundam thing on the burger. Sonic speed. Hold up, I'll be right back. Alright, man. Also, Connor, I'm kind of surprised that you're the first one here. Usually it's someone else. Hey, Sans. How much you guys want to bet that, you guys will probably never guess what country that's probably gonna be fucking an empire soon. How much would you guys want to bet? Might as well turn back populations. I was doing sort of a population control because these motherfuckers breed like fucking rabbits. So I gotta keep these humans on a leash for them populated. Because the moment they start fucking populating, they're already at like 700,000 or 7,000 by the year, like 10 years. So I'm sorry, I keep them on a short leash. By the time we'll stop their population growth at the year 4. It is so unbelievably laggy because there's so many people and there's so many countries. By the way, what are you playing? Oh, that's called Worldbox. Worldbox, the God Simulator game. God, it's so laggy. Hang on. I'm gonna have to manipulate the fucking. Back to it. maybe not. God damn, you guys are fucking breeding as fast as possible. We are gonna fucking reach a population count of 400 before we reach fucking 430. We're gonna have 4,000 people by the time. Hang on. We got a country that has a low population. Pause. Cyprus. You're gonna need to have a population boom.
Oh,
Like 20. Anyone else? God damn. God damn, you're about to have a fucking crisis on your hands. Albania. These islands are gonna die off. They are gonna be fucking dying. God damn, you guys are fucking dying. At least Korea has fucking population control at least. God damn. I think. Why is this so fucking laggy? Bro, I can't fucking. It's so laggy. Zoom in. Zoom out, I mean. So laggy. But like I said, this is like post World War One, but it's also the beginning of the alliance era, where kingdoms are having alliances way more frequently than there were before, mainly because the colonialism made that shit impossible, especially with the two big competitors that overwhelmed other kingdoms, especially with the power and influence. But after World War One, kingdoms were more how do I say it, more comfortable with forming an alliance to protect themselves against the competitors that once started a war because, well, Romania was a fucking piece of shit. I mean, the Roman Empire was being a piece of shit. Persia. And, yeah. And we got the fucking Roman British Republic. That's basically. Now, when their population got to rebuild because, well, Korea just had a fucking war, and they lost basically all, and I mean all, of their fucking access to mainland. Morocco was like the only country they had occupied, and they had primitive access to fucking mainland. But after maybe, I think it was, I don't know which country it was, but I know it was one of these. I know it was one of these countries that attacked the occupied land that Korea was occupying, started the whole war, and they lost access to fucking Morocco. So now they're just an island country again. They're the only. No. The Aztecs are also an island empire. For a small island, they definitely conquered some mainland shit. So, yeah, not looking good for most places. So you don't know what is still a brain rot. I know what still a brain rot is. I'm not There we go, back in action. I need to see what alliances there is. What countries are not a part of an alliance? Oh yeah, Macronesia is just there. Yes, Tekka Coalition, which is a big ass fucking coalition. Look how fucking big that is. Yeah. So if you go to alliances, we go to the amount of countries inside of one alliance. Is this one? 7 fucking kingdoms. Persia, Laos, Pakistan, Palestine, Yemen, Oman, and Malaysia. All these countries. Hang on, where are they? Where are they? Yep, yeah, there it is. Big motherfucker. Look how. This is how big the coalition is. It literally just takes up this entire space. Like, it is fucking crazy. Funny thing is that it was both Liechtenstein and Belgium didn't want to have an alliance. They wanted to stay neutral, but after World War One, they were kind of more or less wanted to have a coalition or an alliance, just so that they have some way of blocking the path between the northern and southern part, especially when the Kievan Rus Empire only lost like 2 fucking small ass islands after they kind of collapsed. So they didn't really collapse, they just kind of lost like 2 islands and they just kind of just stayed. They did become an empire afterwards, but they were a kingdom. So they kind of became, they were a kingdom, but they became an empire after, and they sort of collapsed. Oops. The Chinese dynasty became the Great Qing. They still have this. Also, the Romania Slovak Empire collapsed, leading to literally a mess in its wake. Colombia was basically independent before that from Japan when it became when it was an empire. But yeah, it was a crazy time. Hey, do you play Grow Garden? Not really. I don't play really Grow Garden. We got the Kingdom of Iceland though. When did Okay, so oh god damn it, now okay, there we go. The Kingdom of Sweden still has occupied land. They still occupy at least 2 other it's 2 other land masses, an island and then another mainland area. Which after World War One, they still kept the island. They still kept this land, mainly because they weren't a part of it. nor were they ever acquaintance to it, since they were aligned with the Roman Slovak Empire. So, unlike the countries around them that collapsed and lost colonial influence and shit, Sweden just stayed where it is. It didn't really collapse nor ever really gained anything. They gained nothing, and they gained, and they lost nothing, and they gained nothing from it. That's basically how it went. Some countries did not really gain anything, or even lost anything. Most of the big empires that were more of an influence did gain power, but they lost that power, so now they're just a small piece of what they used to be. So it wasn't really that much of a big deal. Here, let me see here. We still got like 2 people. We still got like 4 people watching. I think one of them is my account, so. Well, one of them is me. Oh, you're back. Okay, cool. Alright, so the live stream has gone for a long period of time. And I've just been waiting here. So how would you guys picture the 400s? Because in this period of time, we're in the Alliance era, which would probably end before the year 500, because if we're going based off of how I would picture the 400s would be, because in the last universe that I did, which was smaller than this one, the 400s after World War One, basically after the year 390s. The 400s was pictured as the brand new era of we end colonialism, we end imperialism, we started a much more civilized era. But in this timeline, since World War One, not this timeline, but this universe, World War One happens much earlier compared to what it was in a different universe, and compared to ours. That the 400s really was just it was more like a stopgap solution. Like the 400s were seen as like, oh hey, the 400s is coming. What should we call the brand new age and shit? And they call it the Alliance era. But there's a problem. Since during this era, tensions were rising much higher compared to the early 300s, because of the Roman Empire. The whole reason why the Roman Empire declared war on Persia, which set off the chain of events that became World War One in the timeline, was because they wanted to occupy the northern region. They wanted to gain more land up in the north, because the Kingdom of Uzbekistan and the Kingdom of Laos were practically just chilling. They didn't really have any benefits. But if the Roman Empire conquered that land, they have access to much more benefits, especially if they wanted to conquer Persia, which gave access to this land right here. If they conquer Persia, they get the island, which means that whoever occupies the island would, in fact, have base base control around the entire the whole entire water mass of this huge ass lake, which was a big deal since now there is a second island which appeared after World War One. So even if Romania, the Roman Empire, did conquer Persia in this universe and tried to basically control everything in this small piece of water right here, this other island would hinder the importance of this island, because then there's two islands, one is occupied and one is not, which kind of sets off a unbalance in the lake. Same with other pieces of land, like right here, this ocean, this small ocean, which is twice as big as this one right here. But unlike that one, where it has two islands, this one has many islands. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus we have this island at the corner. Plus we have this one now, which also came up after World War One. The reason why this area is not as important as this sea right here, and then we have this lake right here, is mostly because of where the kingdoms are located. There's a lot of kingdoms. You could conquer a lot of kingdoms in this space, because this is the largest ocean that's in this world. The largest. So by conquering a lot of countries, you have significant influence over others under your feet compared to here, but that's still the same exact way as here. Because for one, that small island, before that other island came into existence, was seen as a sort of outpost, or at least some influence over the others. Because if you see here, there's a lot of countries that use this as their main way of exporting and importing goods from other kingdoms without having the need to go from one country into another country and then into the main country. So it's kind of like a stopgap. Like instead of, let's see, like we have Micronesia. If Micronesia wants to import goods to, let's say, like Malaysia or Palestine or Persia, they would have to travel all the way around the coast to get to that country or that kingdom. But they have to travel over each country to get that. The good thing about this huge lake is that you can have a port. By having a port, you go from one location to another in a straight line. There's no need to travel between countries unless you're like a landlocked, like Laos, Uzbekistan, and many others, where they are landlocked and they're not connected to any like big bodies of water as other kingdoms are. Like there's some insane lore that we have. Insane lore I have crumbled up in my little thingies. And yeah, it's crazy. I know when I was doing the colonialism I did want Bosnia to occupy Kyrgyzstan, but I was like, man, maybe Kyrgyzstan could be its own empire. Maybe it could be its own thing. That's what I did. Because in the other universe that I had, Kyrgyzstan, after breaking out of Bosnia's hands, they became an empire and occupied Bosnia for themselves. But in this one, there isn't really any motive to occupy Bosnia because they aren't occupied by Bosnia themselves. Connor, are you really worried about still a brain rot? I like how you completely ignore everything I just said just to talk about fucking brainstorm right on. Like, bro, I will only play Still a Brain Rot if I could get to 1,000 subscribers. Give me 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, I still remember. There we go. Also, the Aztec Empire was supposed to be occupied, but I wanted to turn it into an empire, so I did, and now they conquer a lot of shit. Bruh. I'll put my little camera in there. And yeah, I think in the other universe, Mexico was basically just an island that really didn't really have any influence. I mean, they did have a military, but it wasn't as significant. I would have told my brother to subscribe to you. Oh, cool. Okay. That'd be nice. That'll boost up my my influence. The YouTube gods will fucking reward me. You'd be like, good job. Got yourself a subscriber. I'd be like, yay. But anyways, just like I said, how long has it been? Oh, it's been 49 minutes. So it's still been a while. Oh yeah, there's a shit ton of fucking kingdoms. There's at least like 50, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 50 kingdoms out of 70. There was 70, but I kept on adding islands and I kept on island kingdoms. Like these two kingdoms are new. These are new ass kingdoms. Like Madagascar and Zamu. Can you nuke the smallest one? If I'm going to be nuking the smallest one, I'll probably never nuke one, because we're at the year 400. We still got like hundreds of years. Like, we gotta reach the year like 1900s, at least 1940s, 1930s, 1950s maybe, to have the countries able to make it more realistic in a sense of the timeline, at least. Probably how the kingdoms at least have development, as well as the warriors having training and shit. Because and I like our timeline. This is a whole ass. Okay, they did. All right, sweet. Tell them I say thank you. No, what alliance are the Germanics part of? Oh yeah, they're part of the Danish. 100 wolves. But like I said, there is a lot of attention, and I guess the tension would be between Persia and Abarin, because well, they were a occupied nation by Persia, and they would have well grudges towards them, especially during when they were in the midst of World War One, in the timeline of like the 330s. So they were kind of like, because they were occupied by the Polish and the Lithuanians, because the Romanians got to them, because the Roman Empire. No, the Roman Empire occupied Byron. Is that how you spell it? I can't fucking spell these fucking countries. I need to learn these. I need to learn how to spell these countries. Some of these countries have some weird ass fucking names. Zimbabwe makes sense. It makes sense. But other than that, it's kind of complicated as well. I'm not joking, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I have actually looked up countries and what they used to be back in the day. I did research what country had which empire, and it made so much things easier because then I could remember. But I'm still keeping the fucking city names because I ain't trying to rename the goddamn cities. That'd be too much. My ass would probably fucking can't remember which kingdom had which city. After like every oh yeah, they did update the game. They did update the game to where every time they have like a past name, you can see it. Yeah, let's go. Dead name update. Now we got renamed to war. Favorite you. Alright, so the first major war after like 100 years have passed since World War I happened. So we'll go to see the death count of fucking shit. Holy, we're gonna see war real time. Early spring dream. Hey, welcome to the live stream. What's the sexiest fish? What? Well, I guess they burned down the fucking food. So the war started. in the year 443. We only got like 9 casualties. When the First World War started, it had like 200 casualties on the first year. Bro, it was crazy. Give myself some sweet tea. What the game about? So the game is basically Roadbox, the God Simulator. Holy Jesus. God damn. Power. Holy Jesus. They are fucking going full force on their asses. Holy shit. I was not expecting the fucking. Hang on, what alliance was this? Hang on, what alliance? The Danish alliance. Oh, yeah. Bro, this is actually pretty crazy. Watch a war in real time. What was war like in like the next 100 years? Hell no, I'm hiding that message. Oh wait, Connor, you're a moderator. Okay, given the fact that the Foscan Alliance, Foscarn. I think it's, yeah, it is our Foscarn. Since the Foscarn Alliance, hang on. If you look at the most powerful list, yeah. The Danish are at number 3. They're at number 3 of the list. So, for like the army count, possibly also for, I mean, since the funny thing is that he skipped iron. You guys want to know something funny? Is that he skipped the fucking Iron Age. And they went straight from steel. So they went from wood, stone, bronze, copper. No. So they went from wood, stone, copper, bronze, silver, and straight to steel. Iron was completely skipped from the main fucking timeline. They skipped fucking steel armor, but they got steel sword. Holy shit, what the fuck? There's explosions! Oh, we got something interesting here. Holy shit, oh my god. It's a cluster of fucking swords and shit. It's a whole ass cluster. Look at this. Iron is trash. Bruh. They're slowly like making their way up toward they're making their way up into Persia. Which is what I'm kind of getting at. But the smaller kingdoms like Yemen, Oman, Uzbekistan, Malaysia, Laos, and Palestine are all like slowly heading down to try to catch up with the Persians in the front lines. So we might see oh shit, Zimbabwe, no. They're getting occupied. Oh no, who stopped it? Holy shit, You're at 39% of occupation. This was it the Estonians? I don't know who paused the occupation. I don't see any Persians, bro. This is the war of the century. How many people have died so far? How many people? Only 92? God damn. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Danish alliance is losing hard. Oh, 70 dead versus 21 dead. And it has only been 2 years since the war. Just wait. Is there? Oh no, where's their king? Where the hell is their king? Did it abandon them? Where are they? Oh, there you are. Found you. No. Oh yeah. Yeah, you are the king. Yeah, okay. It's so laggy when you try to load in everything at once. This is not as massive as the First World War, but we could definitely tell that this was. I feel tired, bro. You can definitely tell that, oh, there goes Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe, you have been dismissed. They were only independent for 116 years. They got occupied, and you're getting occupied again. They're getting fucking occupied once again. But this time it's by fucking our country. Except for the Romans. Here goes Zimbabwe. Which is not really good. There go the chart of oh yeah, this is not looking good. Are the Germanics even helping? Where the hell are the Germanics? What the fuck did you guys do? You guys still have like 200. You guys still have like 22 soldiers. Where the fuck are they at? Are they actually fighting in the front lines? Who are you? Oh, okay. Yeah, this is not good. Oh, and there's the Germanics. They're on their condom boats. They're on their condom boats while everyone else is going to shit. God no. I guess the Germanics must have fucking. Oh wait, no, they're traveling. Can the Germanics actually turn the tide of the war? Can they conquer this island? Can they actually fucking rain havoc on the island? Can they fucking turn the tide of the war? Can the Germanics actually do this? While mainland is on fucking fire? I mean, the Baron are holding. I was gonna say they're holding out. I was gonna say that they were holding it out, but the moment I looked They were fucking occupied. They were fucking kaboot. How do you even say it? Capiche. They were fucking gone. They got occupied. The Germanics and Estonians are the last line of defense. Actually, what does this technically mean that fucking the alliance? What does that technically mean that the war is over? The war would technically be over. Yeah, it would be because the Germanics really didn't really have a grudge, nor did Estonia. So basically, it means the war is over. It's crazy. No, how long? How long? Yeah, the war ended like the year 400. It lasted for pretty long. I mean, not gonna lie, it lasted for a pretty good amount of years. Hang on, let's see. Yeah, it lasted for like 4 years. Actually, 3 years. But it still lasted for like a good amount of years. Yeah, it had a duration of like 4 years. That's crazy. I guess Persia would probably let Zimbabwe go. Can we see the dog? No. There were 7 kingdoms, 128 deaths. Bro, why do you want to see the dog? Do you not want to? Do you not want? Do you like? Do you not enjoy the live stream? I want dog. Dog. Bro. Now you're just ruining the live stream, man. Come on, man. No, just... Okay. Bro. How long has the live stream been on? God damn, it's been an hour. It's a long ass time. Oh. The phone took over. I don't know why. The entire reason why I did this live stream was because I was like, hey, you guys never really had any control over really much of anything. So I was like, hey, maybe if I do Woodbox, maybe it would give you guys some, at least some control over predicaments of things. Maybe do some strange timelines. But since I'm the one that's mostly in control, it's kind of getting boring at least. But it's kind of interesting actually. Journey punch right now, bro. Hey, let me. Oof. But since the Bobwanians didn't really have any grudges, they would have been let go. Because I mean, yeah, they were part of the war. I mean, they were kind of forced into it because, well, I mean, shit. It's sort of like that whole, if one alliance declares war on one, then they all. The Republic of Zimbabwe. couldn't imagine being a Homo sapien, bro. There's a whole ass different species here. Hang on. We not only have Homo sapiens, we have other species of humans. Like all these countries have their own unique species, kind of. So like not everyone is the same. Saying they're all different. The Netherlands. The Netherlands is occupied. They don't even existing now. But I guess if I guess in the near future, if the Netherlands did wanna free themselves from occupation, they could do it. The Kievan Rus Empire. I don't know what I guess they would stay neutral for most part of the 400s. They're not really that key on wanting to start a war. They were allied with the Polish, but after the war, are they tall and known? No, not really. They're the same height as everyone else. Yeah, let me have a better angle so I could lay down and shit and not have my legs or my left leg be like numb and shit. Now what year is this? 448. Ah, yes. Crazy. I would imagine Sweden attacking Single. Single? How do you spell it? Because if we look here, more, I guess, what would be the benefit? I guess the benefit would be a much bigger land area of the sea than they have now. Plus, they don't have the fear of being blockaded by another empire or country. So I guess in the year 460, maybe, we could Sweden could possibly invade the empire. Are they a part of the alliance? If they're part of the alliance, then that would probably hinder the relationship. Like, yeah, they are, but if an empire declares war on another empire, alright, I have to go now. Good night, man. Alright, man, I'll see you later. Do any of these places have volcanoes? Oh, there's this place right here that has a volcano. Pretty big volcano right here. We have these volcanoes. This volcano that's not active right now. And then, yeah, we don't really have that many volcanoes, but that's still pretty fun though. This island is gonna be one hell fucking shit. It looks like it connects to the mainland, but it doesn't. So, like, no empire or anyone could conquer it. So it's just a piece of land that's close, but it's not reachable. Because, well, the game doesn't allow bridges, so kind of a shame. Oh, the game. There's too many people. God damn. I'll just start a World War. Yeah, we had like 4,000 people. That is one hell of a. That's one hell of a lot. How did they get there? Uh, when I was placing the humans down, I kind of just spread them around the entire place. So like, if we go back to pre-colonialism, before colonialism actually happened, you can see that there's independent countries. Like there's like a shit ton of independent countries, and yeah, that's basically how it is. I spread humans around the entire fucking world, and they all colonize areas. The hardest places that I had to like do some witchcraft to make humans stay in the exact spot are mostly these locations right here. Same with Yemen. I want to have Yemen be in the middle, but I had to manipulate the landscape to make them right here. It also kind of looks pretty cool actually. But I guess this will be probably the it for this live stream. I don't want to have it to go too long because I don't want my phone to get heated up to be like a fucking microwave. And I'll see y'all later, guys. Hope you have a good rest of your night, actually. I might do a live stream tonight. Another one tonight. Maybe. Maybe so. Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah, I'll leave you all to it. Have a good night. Have a good rest. And then Clash on. I'm, this was way too much. This is not as interesting as it was before, but